Nothing special. If you had asked the shepherds on Christmas Eve morning what they were going to be doing at work that night, they would have told you nothing special. After all, life for a first century shepherd is not the most exciting thing in the world. And for the shepherds who pulled the night shift, life was frankly quite boring. Here's the exciting part of their night of work, all right? They showed up for work. They would gather the sheep. Most likely the sheep would already be gathered. They would wash the sheep, sit down, and get ready for bed. That's it, by the way. That's the exciting part of their night. You know what they would do for the next 11 and a half hours? Nothing. They would watch the sheep sleep. Now, if a predator happened to come along, they had to chase the predator away, but for 11 and a half hours, they just stood there, watching sheep sleep. There were a few other shepherds, so of course they could visit, but these are the same shepherds they've been visiting with for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months. How often can you talk about the Vikings playoff chances with the same people, right? I mean, these shepherds, it was a boring thing to do to be a shepherd in the middle of the night. So if you would have asked them, what are you going to be doing tonight? They would have said nothing special. After all, tonight is like any other boring night, except we know there's something different about this one. God was at work. A decree went out from Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered. The next thing you know, Mary and Joseph are leaving the area of Nazareth, traveling down to Bethlehem, because Joseph is descended from the house of David. He's going to register in order to pay taxes. Joseph and Mary show up. The first place they go is to register, to check in at the inn. Mary is 9 months and a day pregnant. There's a little bit of desperation involved, but when they show up, there's no room for them in the inn, so they go to the next best place they can find. Historians disagree about this, but it's likely a cave. A cave that is used as a barn for livestock. And so Mary and Joseph go on in. And in the Gospel of Luke, we are told that the time came for Mary to give birth, and she gave birth to her firstborn and laid him in a manger. I have female colleagues who say you can tell that the Gospel of Luke was written by a man, because he left out a lot of very important things. So I'm going to try to fill in some of the gaps. Not all the details, but you're going to need to use your imagination, because Mary and Joseph were there, right? And suddenly Mary's water broke. Joseph probably passed out. When he woke up 20 minutes later, Mary was already breathing. She'd been doing those classes, so she was prepared. Joseph, for Mary's sake, I hope, was able to run, maybe find someone from Bethlehem who knew what she was doing, who could help deliver this child. Eventually, Joseph, trying to be helpful, probably started boiling water. Why? Because that's what they did in all the movies Joseph ever saw. So they boiled water, and eventually the time came for Mary to deliver her firstborn son. And Mary held little baby Jesus, the promise of God, the Christ child, God with us in her arms. And when it came time to clothe him, the old versions of the Bible say that they wrapped him in swaddling cloths, which sounds really sweet, doesn't it? It sounds like a onesie you'd get at Target, swaddling cloth. It's not. It's old rags. That's what it is. The Savior of the world was wrapped in old rags to keep warm. Why? Because they probably didn't have anything else. And finally, when Mary and Joseph, who are exhausted now, are ready to go to sleep, and the Christ child is sleeping, they go and they place him in a manger, which again sounds really, really nice, until you remember that a manger is nothing more than a cow trough. It's what animals eat out of. And so they place the Savior of the world, the glory of God in the flesh, a place where animals had been eaten. And about that time, I imagine when Mary and Joseph are just now finally getting a little bit of sleep, the angels are sent. The angels are sent to the shepherds who are keeping watch over their flock at night. Remember those very bored, out of their minds shepherds? Suddenly the angels are standing in their presence. The shepherds are terrified because, frankly, when angels show up, you think it's curtains. The shepherds are terrified. They look at those angels. The first thing the angels say is, do not be afraid. They tell them the good news. They give them directions. Next thing you know, in the Bible story, the angels have made their way to Bethlehem, a couple miles, probably tops. They go through the city. They know this town better than Mary and Joseph. They finally go to this cave and they walk in. The Bible does not say how Mary and Joseph initially responded when a bunch of strange shepherds walk in the middle of the night. I imagine they were a little terrified themselves, but the angels say the shepherds say it's okay. They tell them about the angels. Mary and Joseph have a little experience with angels, they know, and so they say, come on in. The shepherds go up. And this is the important part, right? They walk up to that manger, to that old cattle trough, and they look in, and in that moment they realize they are standing on holy ground. They look into that manger, and what do they see wrapped in those rags? But the glory of God made flesh. Think about what has transpired in the last 24 hours. If you had asked them at the beginning of the day, what's going to happen tonight at work, they would have said nothing special. And what happens at the end of the day? They're standing in the presence of the glory of God. They're standing on holy ground. People of God, if I could give you one Christmas present this year, it would not be that new video game some of you have been daydreaming about. That went over a little bit better at the 3 o'clock service, just so you know. When I mentioned video game, all of a sudden we had a few eyes that I had not seen before. Okay, video games not so exciting. I wouldn't give you your favorite dessert. Now I got a few more of you. Okay, but that's important to know. I hope you get your favorite desserts, and if you have leftovers, I hope you will leave it at the church. But that's not what I would give you. You know what I would give you? I would give you the knowledge that you too are shepherds. And what I mean by this is you're not going to wake up tomorrow needing to take care of sheep. You're not going to, next time you go to work, you're not going to be magically transferred to the night shift. Okay? But instead, that you would know that you too, like the shepherds, have the opportunity to see the glory of God. Because this Christ child, he grows up, and through his life, his death, and his resurrection, he continues to be at work reconciling the world to himself. You can still see Jesus. You just have to be willing to look in the least likely place you would expect to find him. This has been my experience. I continue to see Jesus at work in this community over and over and over again. I'll give you just a couple of examples. Like on Tuesday nights, I am volunteering at the Care Clinic for the first time. The Care Clinic is where people in the community who do not have maybe access to health care, they can go on a Tuesday night and get the help that they need. So what do you do with someone with my skills at the Care Clinic? Well, you have me stand out in the parking lot and you direct traffic, right? That's what I was doing. I was the person who stood literally by the parking sign that had an arrow pointing that direction, and I waved people in that direction. Okay, not a vital position, but I was there, right? Directing traffic, frankly, cold and bored out of my mind. When all of a sudden, a truck, a big, rusted out truck, making lots of truck sounds, comes pulling up, and he parks like 6 inches from the door. He literally almost runs over the parking over there sign. We park right here. And I'm like, buddy, what are you doing? So I walk over, and he doesn't even see me coming because he's too busy hanging his head out the window. I wonder, what are you doing? You can't, I mean, literally, unless you're going to drive through glass, you can't get any closer to the front exit. You're almost blocking it. And instead, he waves at somebody. And I look behind me, and there's this beat-up minivan who comes, and he points to the very place I wanted him to park, and this person pulls in. And next thing I know, she gets out of her minivan. She's got tears in her eyes. She looks a little disheveled. She's reaching into her pocket. She's got crumpled up dollar bills. She runs over to his truck, and she's begging the man to take her money, and he refuses. He just says, it's okay, and it's sweet as he just says, you can go inside. This is a woman who was in need, who could not find a care clinic, who needed medical attention, and she goes inside. He turns the truck around, he's driving away, and I stop him. He sees me there, I said, what happened? He explains. This woman was was driving around downtown. She stopped and asked for directions. He tried to explain. He didn't know the area from memory as well as he would like, so what did he do? He jumped in the truck and he drove her up there. He led her to where she needed to be. It was a small act, he said. I said, that's wonderful. He said, no, anybody would have done that. And I said, I don't know. That's going to be a sermon illustration on Christmas Eve in my church. In retrospect, he drove away very quickly after that. He would have thought it was a very small thing. But in that moment of one stranger helping another stranger, I saw the glory of God. I saw Jesus showing up in a very unlikely place. A week and a half ago, I was called to Mayo. I knew what I was walking into. A hospital room for a 30-year-old woman from our community who was coming to the end of her journey with cancer. I walked in expecting to see and feel the powers of death and the powers of despair. Instead, I walked in. And those forces were there, but they were on the edges. Because you know what I saw? I saw this family gathered around this young woman. I saw a family caring and supporting her, and when she began to weep and grow anxious, instinctively she reached out her hand, and her husband was right there, holding her hand, speaking words of comfort more powerful than anybody could have spoken in that particular place at that particular time. And when she began to weep, her father was there with the tissue, reaching as gently as he could and wiping those tears away. In the midst of this very dark and sad situation, Jesus showed up. The powers of death and despair were there, they are real, but the power of love and compassion were greater. I saw the glory of God in that moment. Jesus continues to be at work. I could give you 100 more illustrations, the little ones, like the high schoolers, the 10th and 11th graders who continue to show up for worship on Wednesday nights. I haven't had the heart to tell them that they're already confirmed, so they no longer have to be here. Okay? But they keep showing up again and again. I can tell you about the woman who almost 2 weeks ago, stood in my office with tears in her eyes. A single mother who's going through challenges beyond anything what I've experienced. And now she's talked about how this community has sustained her. People in this sanctuary right now have sustained her. I can tell you the story of Friday afternoon, last week. Friday afternoon, I get called, I go to Mayo. I walk in, a situation I know quite well. A young man, a young dad, he's got a very sick wife. He's an incredibly sick wife. He's at the hospital, but he's not with his wife this time. He's with his 3-year-old son, who has had more health problems than I could possibly describe to you. And I see this dad holding his little boy. His little boy who's battling pneumonia, who can't get a good deep breath in, and he's agitated. He's 3, he doesn't understand. I see that father just gently rubbing his back, speaking words of comfort until finally, after 45 minutes to an hour, his little boy falls asleep. Do you know what the father said next? This is good. He turns to me, and in the very next breath, he starts talking about all the blessings he has in his life. Friends, in a situation where frustration and anger and bitterness could have set in, instead I see love and thanksgiving. Friends, if Jesus wasn't in that room, then I don't know who was. That's the glory of God. We see it again and again. So my hope for you this season is that you would be able to look at your own life and in the lives of the people you love the most and be able to say, oh, I might have missed it before, but I'm not going to miss it again. There's Jesus. There's the glory of God. And when you see it once, you'll see it 1,000 times. And when you see it once, like the shepherds in the story, may you go and give witness to what God is doing in your life, in the lives of those you love the most.